What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another week of our favorite anime to cover. So I'm a spider, so what? You guys are back with me, Dom, from the Otaku Room. Thank you guys so much for coming back for another week to hang out with me, this crazy guy over here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, especially for those of you that come back each and every week. Like 90% of you aren't subscribed, so do me the huge favor, subscribe right now. All right, guys, last week's episode was gas. Last week's episode was super freaking lit. Last week's episode, we were able to honestly just spend the whole entire episode without Kumoko. Now, we kind of had a feeling that that was going to be the case because episode 21 was called So I'm Not in This One. So obviously the hints were already there that yes, Kumoko was not going to be involved. Now, the episode did kind of really surround, I guess, a couple of people, which is mainly Shun, his party, and Oka, right? So it was a lot of it that had to do with Oka, the teacher, kind of like going kind of through her regrets as a teacher and stuff like that. But we were able to spend a lot of time with the Shun and his party in the elf village and kind of seeing like Oka and them in the elf village as well, and kind of seeing like how they're kind of gearing up for everything happening. Now, a lot of things did happen last episode with us meeting this shinobi character who infiltrated the elf village and basically destroyed the portal. We were able to meet the green-haired dude at the end of the episode, which was like the cliffhanger. He looks like one of the Demon Lord generals, but we were able to meet him very briefly as we kind of saw the preview for this week's episode, so we know we're going to see more of him this week. We were able to see the fight between Oka and Hugo. And, Oka was, she did take down our crazy religious girl too, so hopefully she's still alive. But we saw the fight between Oka and Hugo. And, right before Hugo could land a decisive final blow, Shun came in, Faye dropped him in from the sky. He came in and kind of like saved the day. So we know we're going to get probably more. I'm guessing more of that fight this week. It's kind of hard to know because this week's episode number 22 is called Be Forever Me. So I think we're going to be switching back focus all the way to Kumoko, but we'll see if we get more of that. But essentially, he was able to jump in and save it. So a lot of things really happened. A lot like throughout, like a lot of stuff was able to, a lot of things that we had to absorb last week that happened, and it was just on the human side of the story. And obviously, our baby girl Sophia came into play as well. She came into play as well, which I was very excited to see her. That we were able to see her. She's like one of my favorite characters in the anime for sure. So a lot of things happened last week. One of the main things that happened last week too is just the poor animation. I am hoping that this week's episode redeems itself. I don't know if last week's episode was just a fluke, but my God, was it ugly to watch. The armies invading, Sophia looking like I can't even imitate it, but she was looking like a PS2 game that had her looking out there. It was real bad. So I'm hoping that this week they go back to 2D and redeem itself. Some of the 3D animation in the anime has been pretty good. Like with the Kumiko fights, with her fights originally down in the lower dungeons, inside of the labyrinth that she was in. When she was in like the lower areas with fighting the snakes, with fighting the lava monsters. A lot of the fights have been pretty good. Even with them being in 3D, I thought they were pretty acceptable. But man, last week was ugly. This week's episode again, guys. Like I said, we're about to jump in. It's episode number 22. It's called Be Forever Me. So let's go ahead and jump into episode 22 today. I'm excited to get it. A few episodes left, 22, 23, 24. So just 3 episodes left before the end of the season. So let's jump in without further ado, guys. Like and subscribe. Let's get it. So we're immediately picking up with the war that's going on, with the invasion that's going on, and we know that last week when Kumiko saw this, she was like, "Yo, it's an XP fest," because she loves human XP. I like how it's opening up with reporter Kumiko. Yo, she can hella end this too. So I'm a cloud, so what? Oh my gosh. And the 𝐜𝐴 whatever conventions, oh my gosh. Does anybody have stomach medicine? Oh my gosh. You can see the wind generated by these blasts. She's so tiny too. Now it's raining blood sideways? Is it really though? I recommend staying indoors. Yo, if she's really doing this on the battlefield, she is so silly. Back to you, announcer Kumoko. Numbering 53,000 strong. I like how did she put armor on? Oh my god, that'd be so silly. That'd be so silly. I would love, imagine just seeing a freaking spider in armor. Like, what the hell? Whoa, hold up, that's offsides? They have a delicate little tykes out there? Why did it come to this? It's like, oh yeah, that was me. I did this. I did this. They turned him into a little ghost. Oh my gosh. What country does that? Yeah, I mean, it was. This was intentional. This war was definitely intentional the whole time. There you go, Kumoko. Get in there. Yo, oh, okay. So they're showing that she finished the fight. It's like all that panting is painful. Nice. Good morning, star, really? Kumo morning? It's a freaking Kumoko attack. I wonder if artist formerly known as Body Brain is taking over her thoughts. You know what I mean? I wonder if they're becoming one. They have to because she just effed up on an attack. It seems you're the one being devoured. Yeah, yo, she effed up again. Body Brain. Yeah, Body Brain's taking over, formerly known. You're not gonna cry out that unique name again. I like how the dragon to the last second of his breath like just totally effed her up and just made fun of her. Oh, even he knows, so he knows for sure. Yeah, he knows what's up. The anomaly affecting you? Like both and like neither. I like how her literal voice changes. Yeah. Oh, so this is what's happening. So 𝐜𝐴𝐴's gonna transport her to her. But she literally said to herself, I hate her more because of her soul intertwining with part of Kumoko's soul. And I like how Body Brain retained like all of Kumoko's like legit memories. So she's able to see like, oh, okay, reincarnation. So this is how she knows who like 𝐼𝐶 and all of them are. You're part of her now. Death sentence. Oh no. Holding this face is really exhausting. Oh my gosh. Why is my natural predator? What is my natural predator? The Demon Lord. Yeah, if she gets hit just one time, like that's a leg, that's an arm, that's a body. Oh shit, is showing them fight through the battlefield? That's a lot of collateral damage. She's like a killer type. Yeah, for real. Yo, who's this little baby dude? Basic magic still works? Okay, that could be good. Oof. 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 I got blown back like a battle manga. Yo, all the army dudes are just like, they just should not be there. They just should not be there. Are you sure you're in the right genre right now? Give me that XP. Yeah, just keep using them as collateral damage and getting XP. Forgive me, nameless soldiers. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's pretty good. I wonder if she used like an after image. You know, because she's used after images before. Okay, so now we're back to the normal timeline with Hugo. You know, their armor looks ridiculous. Their armor looks ridiculous. Especially Shun's armor looks ridiculous, actually. Hugo looks like kind of like a badass. Shun looks ridiculous. Okay, so Yuri's not dead, so that's good. Yo, baby girl, Sophia! His armor, though. It's mainly that helmet. Just looks ridiculous. She's like, yo, last time I stayed out, I had to save your ass. Get out there, slaughter some elves. Yo, this animation right here. It was going so well. The camera, though, the frames or whatever, like, it was bad. Yeah, he has the power, one of the deadly sins of greed. All right, let's take a look at the preview for next week. So we're immediately back with 𝐜𝐴𝐽 here. And it looks like he's looking at screens. Okay, so he's looking at Sophia, looking at Katia, at Oka. He's talking about how the world has accelerated with the landing of the reincarnations. Which side is going to win? Humans, demons, elves? And then our baby girl, White. There she is. All right, next episode, my old friend Y. My old friend Y. So next episode looks super legit. So I wonder if 𝐜𝐴𝐽, him being an admin, I wonder if he's going to come in and intervene in the war that's going on. And I also wonder, you know, it's not just Hugo and Shun, right? I also wonder about Ariel and Kumoko the White. That's what we're calling her. Intervening in the war that's going on right now. I wonder if she's going to finally come out and face the other reincarnations, like Shun, like Katia, you know, like Oka. So it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. But let's see next week what ends up happening with my old friend Y. All right, everyone. Well, that marks the closing of another episode. A much better animation this episode, minus the end. When we finally caught up to Hugo and Shun, the animation kind of took like it was like, you know, it was doing okay, and then it took like a big nosedive. But it was for a very small, short time. So I think the bad animation kind of just towards the end, I think it's still, you know, it's acceptable just because it was a very small, short time. As opposed to last week where it was like a very large portion of time, you know, kind of like the whole entire episode. So I think it was much better. But from finally seeing more of Ariel's fight with the Earth Dragon, with seeing the army in the invasion and Kumoko handling that, gaining XP, and finally seeing that, yes, they did in fact meet Julius in the past. The fight between Kumoko and Ariel, and artist formerly known as Body Brain taking over Ariel's kind of soul, or the merging of the two souls. A lot of things definitely happened this episode for sure. Next episode, I know we're gonna get more of Shun and Hugo's fight for sure, for sure. We're gonna see what the face off between Julius, Ariel, and Kumiko ends up being. We know that Ariel used some abyss magic on Kumiko. Did she use after image? Is Julius gonna protect her? Is she gonna wither away? We have no idea what's gonna happen next episode. But the fact is, we have two or three more now. So this was 22, so we have 23, 24. So we have a couple more episodes now to really go in and figure out what the heck's going to happen. So 2 more episodes now. This one's complete. So as always, make sure you guys watch our full review of today's episode, guys. Click the cards, or I'll have it in the pinned comments. Or if you want to do me a huge favor, click these videos over here. I'll put the review up here. And go check out my full review, my full thoughts of today's episode. Go comment over there as well. Like before you leave, and we'll see you guys next week for episode 23. Peace out, everyone.